also have to acknowledge Neri Ward, who was my mentor and professor at Hunter. And man, like, I think I'm a masochist because I just wanted to stay another year to be like, yeah, I want to find a sculpture that you will approve of, right? Because I was coming out of a painting space, and we talked about reversing the hierarchies. So if there's something that I do too much and it gets boring, I think about what's the thing I'm not doing? What's the opposite of this? So I was so afraid because, you know how there's the architect and the engineer? So I'm way more on the design side, the structural, how to make stuff not fall apart. Like I'm still like a 2D person at heart. So that was something that came up with the found objects, because before I went to wall pieces, I worked on standalone sculptures. So a lot of the walkers and the things that hold children, I was able to hold the materials and use the standalone objects almost like a substrate or like a stretcher that you would wrap the canvas in, something to hold it together. Because there was one point where I tried to make this standalone sculpture for the show, but with machetes, and it kept falling over. And I'm like, all right, there's no insurance that would dare let let this piece stand alone where people are gonna knock it over and things like that.
How do you see your work evolving, and what medium would you like to explore next now that you've done assemblage and painting?
Listen, been doing art for 40 years. So all of this stuff is mine. Everything I do, I'm not, I think there used to be, like, if you look at Greenberg and medium specificity, there are a lot of these ideologies that they're strict movements, and that's not me. So all the painting, the drawings, because one thing I want to go back to standalone sculptures a little bit, because a lot of this show is wall-based. So I want to play with that. But I'm generally, if someone calls me a sculptor or a painter, I kind of recoil a little bit because I think of myself as a communicator. So if I have a concept, I'm trying to figure out what is the formal way for me to express this in the work.